What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's aftermarket trader recap. I know it's been a while since my last video or my last couple videos, and in the past I kept saying, I'm going to start becoming consistent again how I was, but obviously that didn't happen. Not much I can do on that. There was kind of some things, as you guys could probably already see, or not see, but have seen throughout the market with how volatile we've been. That's one of the reasons I've not traded in like the past 2 weeks because of the volatility and stuff like that. And then I also got sick, and I've also been traveling quite a bit. So, yeah, I can't really, but still going forward, just because of how volatile we are with the whole prop firm rules and the 2% price limit, I can't trade. I don't want to risk trading on my funded accounts, either through Apex or TopStep. I just don't understand too much about those rules. And again, there's a little tricky situation with all the volatility and stuff like that, and I just don't want to end up losing accounts because I trade when I'm not supposed to, kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's not even just that though. Like I said, it was because I've been sick and I sleep schedule's messed up because of how I was sick and staying up and stuff like that. Anyways, that's enough of that update. But lastly, I will say I will make a video probably today as well, going over Tradebook, which is a very good journaling platform. And again, I'll go over more of the specifics and stuff like that. But for the price of the platform, it's one of the cheapest in the market for a journaling platform, and the information it displays on there is perfect for like just in general. It has some features that stuff like TradeZella doesn't even have and stuff like that. And it's only about like $6-7 a month. So very good platform. I will be going over that. And that is it for the whole information side of things. Now I will be going over today's forward test that I took today. I didn't even paper trade it, just forward tested it. Basically the same thing. And yeah, so again, one of the reasons, or I wasn't on AM, or wasn't on the AM session this morning. Like I said, past few days as well from when I was sick, that messed up my sleep schedule. So back to waking up, way after market open. So I did hop on during the PM session, and which is good because this is my first like real session kind of back ever since like 2 weeks ago or whatever. So I just quickly hopped on here. Obviously, didn't really have too much of a bias just because I hopped on and just started mapping things out. But anyways, I believe I started on like the 4 hour. I started on the higher time frames, like all the way up to the weekly, but that didn't really show me too much. I don't even think the 4 hour didn't really show me much. Show me much. The 1 hour, not really. So yeah, it was like the 15 minute when I started gather data. So I kind of just had mapped out equilibrium of this long down range we had. Figured start a PM session after New York session, we have to rebalance up. And obviously, I mean, two things are going to happen. We're either going to continue moving up or we're going to rebalance before continuing lower. And just because of the fact that I went down to the 5 minute time frame as well, saw we had an order block here, and I wanted to just see price come up into here and tap into equilibrium and respect this order block. Once I saw that, that's kind of when I had figured that we would possibly be going lower. Did I know how much lower? No, I just know again it's pretty crazy because if this was regular market environment, I where I had taken the trade, I mean, obviously it's hypothetical, but let's say I probably would have targeted the lunch low just because of the fact that probably would have been about like 40 or 50 points. No, if I would have done that today, it would have been about, let's see, if I can stop anchoring on and stuff. That would have been about a 330 point take profit. So pretty crazy. Even today, again, I can't believe like I'm getting not even getting used to this, but it just shocks me to see like the way that the charts look. Even when there's such huge movement in price, it looks still like how you see it every day on TradingView, at least in my opinion. Again, this to me on a normal day, if I looked at this, oh, I'd be like, okay, that's probably like 40 points and then like a 20 point stop loss or whatever. No, it was about 83 point stop loss and 165 point take profit. So pretty crazy. But anyways, after we respected that 5 minute OB, I wanted to see over here in this area if we had left any fair value gaps. And let me just go back here. I also need to do this. There we go. So yeah, was looking if we had any fair value gaps that we left in the leg. Then I went to the 2 minute, saw we had a 2 minute. Obviously, I have to check, make sure it's the highest time frame, which it was. Okay, well, we had a small, I guess, 3 minute, but it did inverse 2 as well. Anyways, we ended up inversing on the 2 minute here, which technically inverse the 3 minute as well. So as we had inverse this right here, I'm gonna put this down to lower. Ended up doing a sell here, or again, I didn't do a sell, I just forward tested this, but so it would have been a sell here. I would have had the take profit, or not the take profit, sorry, the stop loss above these 2 minute body candles, and then I also got to play it out here. It's just going to stop me out. And then I would have had take profit down here. Why did I have take profit down here? To be honest, I don't really know. It's more so because if you look, it's a perfect 1 to 2 RR. So that was kind of the whole point of that. I also noticed later, once this had started playing out, we had equal lows. So I didn't want to target the equal lows. Again, it was just mainly 1 to 2 RR. Plus, if I go to the 5 minute, it was just somewhere within, or kind of right at the almost the end of this 5 minute fair value gap. So that is, again, I can't really give you an exact reason. It was mainly just because of the 1 to 2 RR. So anyways, dropping down the 1 minute, letting this play out. And then 2, this is my break even point, this internal low here. Okay, this is actually pretty slow. Okay, boom. Okay, I need to slow it down. So obviously the break even point was hit, stops at break even if I was in the position there, and then letting it play out. Swept these equal lows, kind of, we didn't get a close of below, and then eventually the next couple candles or 3 candles down, we ended up hitting the take profit. And it was a pretty almost spot on take profit, as you can see right here. If I speed this up a little bit, yeah, we ended up reversing actually right when it took out my take profit here, and then went retraced up a little bit, and then eventually continued down lower before then reversing up, and I don't really remember, I guess continuing up for the rest of the day kind of thing. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. Nothing else to really say. I kind of mentioned everything in the beginning of the video. Only thing I can say is just I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's protecting their risk with the market volatility. And again, like I said, if things are going to continue like this, and once I start to get back into things, I'm going to have to severely lower my size. If I would have taken this today on my accounts, I probably would have done 1 micro, which is insane because, you know, the risk or the take profit and stop loss would have been like almost my normal day take profit stop loss. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Like I said, I will be pushing out a video going over Tradebook and going over the features of that. But besides that, that's pretty much it for today. And yeah, I can't guarantee, tomorrow's Friday, so I probably will not be making like a trade recap video tomorrow. So hopefully within the next week or next week after that, we will start getting consistent aftermarket trade recaps switch out. So I'll see you guys hopefully sometime soon in the Tradebook video. Peace out.